It's a growing trend, and tonight a record number of Hoosier men and women are gun owners. But actually firing a weapon can be frightening, and the thought of killing someone, attacker or not, can make your stomach turn. Tonight, one Indiana company has a solution and a way to protect yourself in a less lethal way. RTV6's Drew Smith is live now with the story. Drew?
Erica, it's called the ML12. It looks just like a handgun, but what it is, it's called a less lethal device. And the company that makes this up north in Elkhart, Indiana says, which is why former Metro Police Officer Greg Burge believes there is a market for this device called the ML12. It's produced in Elkhart, Indiana by a company called Bruiser Less Lethal International.
You have to be prepared to take somebody's life, but do you have to go that far every time?
And that's why this Indiana company is pushing the product to law enforcement, the military, and ordinary citizens. The ML12 looks like a handgun, but it's not. Instead of bullets, it uses kinetic energy rounds like beanbags. Okay.
How's that feel?
Yeah, you feel a little heat, that's it.
Yep. There you go. Oh man, take a deep breath.
Yeah, you don't.
That's a big slap on the stomach.
That is a slap to the face.
Yeah.
That is a big slap to the face. Wow.
Consider this, a less lethal weapon, something officers can use that won't kill or even break the skin. Pinal County Sheriff Paul Babu demonstrated the gun-like weapon today. It's designed not to kill. Not in your sides, Keaton Thomas tried it out and tells us whether it's too good to be true.
I fired 2 shots with the weapon that will be called the Defensia M09. Soon, more than 120 Pinal County Sheriff's deputies will have one, and Sheriff Paul Babu says he's excited.
First time any law enforcement agency in America is using this weapon, and we're deploying it to every patrol deputy.
It's very small and fires 4 rounds.
So this is the impact round that we fired into the target here. It's about the size of a Tootsie Roll, but when you get hit with it, it'll feel like being hit with about a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
It's slightly different from a crowd control rubber bullet. It's designed not to penetrate or break the skin. It's also considered accurate with a green laser marker on the front. Versatile too, with other types of ammo like flashbang. Designed to stun and blind, but not injure. Then there are flares and illumination rounds to be used by anti-smuggling units or search and rescue.
It has a stopping power.
Defensia owner Leo Gatrana says it's already used in Russia, Egypt, France, and Israel, soon the U.S.
There's a big gap between lethal and non-lethal or less lethal devices that police officers have available out there.
Another tool for our deputies so they can resolve a situation where force is required to force compliance, whatever we're doing, yet it doesn't result in death. And that's what we want to get to.
However, in situations like these, when an officer's in danger or a suspect fires first, they'll still have a handgun.
That's a powerful shot.
To answer the question, no, it does not seem too good to be true. After all, that weapon was right there. I fired it myself, and these weapons are touted as just another option, a less lethal option for their deputies. Now the deputies will get them towards the beginning of 2016. Guy and Stella.
These requirements form the basis of the OSA weapon system, which includes several models of pistols and ammunition for different purposes. OSA pistols are tubeless. An aluminium cartridge performs the role of the barrel. Unlike ordinary pistols and revolvers, the OSA pistol permits the use of different types of ammunition, including signal and impact shock. Tubelessness gives the gun an easily recognizable appearance, making it look different from any other type of combat striking weapon. Such a weapon is not associated with life-threatening actions, and 15 years of experience confirm that it is not attractive for use in criminal circles. These pistols have electronic ignition, allowing an extremely simple structure which eliminates moving parts and thus increases reliability. Electronics automatically locates the presence of ready-to-shot cartridge with each press of the trigger and initiates it. Most OSA pistols do not depend on an external power source, having a built-in power generator which is activated by pressing the trigger. An important consequence of using electronic ignition is the incapacity to use any rounds of live ammunition. An integrated laser pointer simplifies accurate aiming and firing. The main quality of any weapon is its stopping power, the ability to immediately neutralize the attacker. This is especially important for defense weapons, where the distance from the attacker in most cases is 1 to 3 meters. OSA pistols are optimized for impact shock, sound and light ammunition. Action of the impact shock cartridge is based on the pain shock caused by being hit by a rubber bullet. The caliber of the bullet, 15 millimeters, gives it sufficient energy, about 50 AJ, for effective impact shock, keeping the impact to a safe level and limiting exposure to non-penetrating injury. Specific kinetic energy of the bullet, which determines its breakdown ability, does not exceed 0.5 J per square millimeter, which is generally recognized boundary separating penetrating and non-penetrating wounds. This gives a 13-gram bullet stopping power comparable with the bullets of combat pistols and minimizes the risk of serious and fatal injuries. Years of use prove that impact shock cartridges do not cause serious or fatal injuries, even at short distances. Another unique stopping ammunition, the use of which is possible only in a tubeless gun, is the light and sound cartridge, which has no comparison anywhere in the world. The idea was born after analyzing experience gained in the development of stunt grenades, successfully used for the release of hostages in counter-terrorism operations. Activation is accompanied by a bright flash and sound at the edge of tolerance. The combination of these factors, multiplied by the surprise effect, creates a powerful psychological and physical effect, blocking an enemy's ability to actively resist. OSA pistols can also use light and flare ammunition. The design of OSA pistols provides additional advantages. Such cartridges allow the user to illuminate areas for a longer uninterrupted time, or to use a combination of color flares. We produce the following models of OSA. OSA Egida 2 and 4 caliber, 18 by 45 millimeters, characterized by a small size, fast reloading system and a two-tier system of mechanical safety locks, one of which is automatic. PB42 4 cartridge, caliber 18.5 by 55 millimeters, has an increased accurate firing range with impact shock cartridges, very effective as a distance weapon, up to 30 meters. Guns can be successfully used by law enforcement to ensure safety on board vehicles and planes, in public places, for crowd control, as well as for use in other situations when it is necessary to stop the actions of an aggressive enemy, and the use of conventional firearms is undesirable because of their extreme lethality. Compared to the non-lethal systems used currently by police and security forces, OSA is characterized by its smaller weight and size, and its high-performance ammunition with lower risk to the health of the attacker and third parties. Different types of the cartridges provide effective impact from ultra-short distances up to 30 meters, which is unique for a non-lethal weapon. The body of the gun is high-strength aluminum alloy and high-strength plastics. Spares of the locking firearm action mechanism are made of steel. The absence of moving parts when firing in combination with the electronic initiation improves the reliability of weapons and guarantees the shot even in the most demanding conditions. OSA pistols are resistant to low temperatures, to water, or in dusty conditions.